Welcome to Angels Don't Lie. We're here at the Angel Co-op and I'm very excited with Christy and Laura, the owners. Thank you for having me.
We're very happy you're here.
So we're in the Shungite room and I'm going to let you kind of explain the Shungite room a little bit just so the viewers understand the healing properties and why we're doing this. And
Okay. You good if I do it?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, don't worry, we'll ask.
So this is the first and only Shungite room in the U.S. It is considered a healing room. That means all 6 walls are Shungite. The 4 walls, the floor, and the ceiling. Shungite is significant because it's about 2 billion years old. It doesn't have a crystalline structure like rose quartz or amethyst, just a carbon molecular structure called a buckyball. And inside that are billions and billions and billions of naturally occurring fullerenes, which is a natural antioxidant. For centuries, people had been drinking Shungite, bathing in it, wearing the stones, using cosmetics, soaps, that kind of thing. And in the 90s, a group of scientists went in to say, okay, what's going on? Why is this so special? Why do they call this the magic black rock? And they discovered this specific, unique carbon molecular structure. And for this discovery of the buckyball and the fullerenes, they won a Nobel Prize in chemistry. So the healing efficacies of Shungite are quite well documented. So our space is very special, and we're happy all of you are here with us tonight.
And the journey to create this space was magical, and would you share that too?
Yes, it was the whole shop, which originally we had this idea that we were going to be purveyors of positivity. We were going to create a retail space where we could sell crystals and pillows and things that were uplifting, incense. And we really did not know exactly what direction it was going to take shape. And then I met a healer, and she happened to be wearing a bracelet made of Shungite with rose quartz. And you guys will see we have a pink ceiling. Rose quartz, the heart chakra, is really where we're centered. We're centered in love. We're centered in expanding the heart, in unconditional love, positivity. And so this healer that I met just randomly was wearing a Shungite bracelet with a rose quartz infused on it. And I said, I love rose quartz, but I don't know what that black stone is that it's sitting on. And she said, oh, it's Shungite. And I said, oh, I don't know Shungite. What is it? She said, Shungite makes all your other stones better. And I was like, all right, tell me more. Something's going to make my rose quartz better. And I've always had rose quartz upon me. So she said it's an amplifier. And that's what we found. We can talk about the molecular carbon structure. We can talk about the scientific properties of it. But what it's used for and what they're studying it for is treatment of all kinds of disease. Everything from AIDS and cancer to insomnia and alignment of your energy centers. So what we have found here is that it's a conduit. So any of the work that the practitioners are doing here, it just seems to open up clear paths. It's also self-cleaning, so anything that happens that might, hold anybody's energy does self-clean. So it's a really remarkable stone. And when I met this healer, Christy and I were very briefly in the beginning stages of constructing this space. And she met with us here. I said, I think you're supposed to work with us. We're opening up an angel store. We're going to sell crystals. You know a lot about crystals. And she said to me when she got here, it was actually the next day, she called me and she said, we're supposed to build a Shungite room. And I said, all right, well, I don't know what that means, but we're open to it. She gave us a book. We read the book. And when we ordered the 2 tons of material from Russia and it was delivered to us, it was delivered to us by this young kid. I don't even think he was 20 years old, and he had barely spoke English. And I said, so how many of these are happening in the U.S.? Where do they exist? And he said, I think you're the first. And I said, that can't be that we're the first. But yeah, and then I called Russia and was like, are we the first in the U.S.? And she's like, yes, you're the first. So they in Europe, they're in hospitals and schools. They even have one in a prison to help with mood and to elevate positivity there too. So it was as divine a calling as either one of us has ever felt, and it's just been miraculous, the results that the people who have been in this field for a very long time feel in this room, and the people that are just drawn off the street who know about Shungite or who have found us because of Shungite and are just happy to have this here.
Yeah, it's really amazing. And I'm sure many of you have been here, right, before and had experiences in the room? Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Does anybody want to share an experience? No? Just
how long have you been here?
Be 2 years in October.
2 years.
I mean, we can share some crazy things, like even, I think the youngest person here for a Reiki session, I think it was his 2 or maybe 3-year-old birthday, and his mom brought him here, and he walked in and he said, all my angels are here. And we have photographed a lot of spirits in the room, you know, and it's hard to put in words, you know.
That's what I was feeling.
The people that are most open, especially younger children, you know, who haven't been closed, I think connect really quickly. There's some people, you know, who feel it through the floor. There are people who feel their pulse change a little bit when they come in. So.
Yeah, it's really just so calming, but at the same time, I feel like an energy surge. So that's what I found when we had that first conversation. I think we were in here 2 hours, and I left and I was like buzzing. I was like, wow.
We have a tree that we have for grounding because you really can feel like you're floating after you've been in here, and you kind of want to reground. Either put your feet in the grass, touch some wood or something, just to kind of bring yourself back a little bit.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Right.
She stands with God and angels, oh love lifts her from her pain. The cross on